a number 10, all the 10s that are here right now that I'm looking at,
Well, you know.
Wow.
you find yourself getting a lot of attention, so you know psychologically,
That a 5
you
is
know
not gonna
that
work.
you are a 10. You know you're a 10 because you're like, hey, I don't have a problem. Men are coming to me left and right, right? But a 5,
So you know what, a 5 is just not going to cut
5
it.
will actually get a signal. They will get information
Yes.
telling them
And you'll
that,
be like,
Fall back.
why did he think he could do? Yeah,
Yes.
I'm
Why
always
did he
baffled.
think-
Like, how did you think you could possibly
Come to
Right.
well,
You're
your little,
and he will know he's a 5.
you know why? Because your little slutty neurotransmitters are throwing out game and pheromones to this little 5 and leading the poor 5 on.
Or-
so now the 5 thinks he has a chance with your big old booty.
Or
I
all
don't believe
the
that.
or all the girls that are
Yeah.
5s that are telling the guys that are 10s that are they're 10.
Wait.
They're filling their head up.
Shelly,
Because
what would
no,
God?
you're
What would Jesus
saying
say?
it has nothing to do with Jesus. No,
Uh-oh.
it has to do with
What would God do?
Sure. No, you're saying your body language is giving these men these signals. I don't believe that because every time, especially when I go to New York,
Okay, wait.
I will be dressed down. I will be total bitch mode. Like, don't talk to me.
Wait.
And these dudes will not.
Wait.
Portia Coleman,
And
speak
it
up.
Wait a
fucking
minute.
drives me crazy.
Okay.
break it down?
They will not do
So-
what?
They won't leave me alone. They're
Okay.
like, why you gotta act like that? I don't want to talk to you. And I don't know what's making you think that I want to talk to you.
And the last time that happened, you were single?
Subconsciously doing
No,
it.
she was still married.
She's
She's
still
married.
Yeah, this happens every
Okay.
time, especially in New York. Every single time.
Okay. You're not putting out pheromones like a married woman.
Exactly.
You're
She's on the
right.
pill.
That's
She's on
right.
the pill.
How much?
See?
I know. Yeah, I'm
So your
I know,
pheromones out of
Okay.
whack.
It's all off.
Yeah,
Listen,
you're all off.
Okay,
Portia
58% is saying body language. Why? Let's say, for instance, long distance relationships. They don't last. Why? Because you're not around each other. Body language and chemistry.
Actually,
is
I
what
think
really,
it's bigger than 50. I think
58,
it's 70.
yeah, there's
I
got to
think
be
it's
more.
70.
It's got to be like 80%
Yeah.
at least in
Yeah,
body
it
language
is.
alone and
It
chemistry
is.
and you being with each other.
It is, and that is why it's so important. I teach body language, and that's why it's so important that we learn body language. I don't know why we only concentrated on the verbal language,
Right.
You know, and a lot of us who've probably had psychology in school or communication, you know, we talk about body language too as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that we should teach body language because then you have the whole spectrum
Right.
of
Right.
communicating, articulating with someone else.
Make
right?
a better
You have
decision,
to-
probably, right? Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
And you also attract a certain type of a person too when you
Absolutely,
put that out there.
and see that's why it's not fair because that's why lawyers and you know the
Doctors,
doctors and
They have an advantage.
and CI agents and government, they know body language. They don't just speak verbal; they speak body language
right.
and verbal, nonverbal communication and verbal communication.
Speak on the fact, this is something you hear often, and how this relates to chemistry. They say men fall in love with what they see, and women fall in love with what they hear. And so, like, we're falling for the dude on the phone. So are we really more susceptible to, like, the tone of the voice, but the man isn't more as much into it? What's going on with that?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's partially. I mean, we do concentrate on what we hear too as well because that's what the adrenaline is. What you tell me, you could. I mean, when we're long distance relationship, we know who we're talking to. We have phone intimacy.
Phone relations.
Phone
relations.
We do, Mr. Rael. We have phone relations.
Phone relations.
Over
you
the
know,
iChat or the web.
listening to the voice, right? Because we hear the voice.
I so fall on the phone.
See?
Like, I'm done. Like, you spend a few hours on the phone with me, I'm like, oh,
That's it. That's
I
it.
have a question.
Because all it has to happen is,
Listen.
let's.
how you doing?
Oh,
Oh, God.
Doctor,
What you
doctor,
doing?
you're gonna make me
Gotta
cheat on
say
my
more than
you're gonna make me cheat on my other phone.
Shelly
relationship.
has a question.
Actually, I have two quick questions. One, okay, so what are you releasing when you're getting off on by yourself sexually?
Okay.
And two, so what are these people craving that are gay? Like guys that like guys and girls that like girls. What are they giving off?
Well, it's really no difference. We're all human beings. We're all
right.
living, breathing
Same
creatures.
chemicals. Same
It's the
chemicals.
same chemicals. Everything, you know, the same reaction. Everything that's happening to you, the exact same thing is happening.
Shelly, do you masturbate?
You know.
What?
Oh, I'm
Mind
sorry.
your business.
No, you have to say it the way she said it. When you're having what did she say? When you're with yourself? When you're playing with yourself? Is that what she said?
You're releasing the same thing.
Jesus
it's just
gave
nobody's
Jesus,
there.
God gave you hands to feel your titties.
No, he did not.
Yes, and God gave you
Claudia,
fingers.
do not say that in the same
No,
sentence
he
with
made
God.
you lubricate. I'm just. All right, we have a caller real quick. Our last caller of the evening. We have David from Seattle.
David.
David, do you masturbate?
Save us.
Hey, David. Welcome to the Masturbation Show.
Y'all show done.
Oh, yeah, he's masturbating right now.
Hold up. Hold on now. What? What'd you say?
Y'all show sound like it's turned a little bit from when I called.
I'm just dropping an egg right now. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What is your
Well, you know, some of the stuff he's talking about seems like just a bunch of little hooey stuff, you know. But because you know, when you look at a lady, it doesn't have to be a lady that's in the middle of you know, who's so attractive that she just turns everybody's head. Some women are just sexy, and it doesn't matter. It could be a 5, but sexy as hell. And you know, like Shelly Rio, she's just fine, and she has this confidence level that goes along with it. That I think you just can't turn off and on. And but some women are just, you know, can be just as cute as a button, but they don't have any confidence. They don't have any swagger about them. And as a result, no one wants to talk to them. So I think it's a little mix between the two. It's looks
right.
and confidence.
Well, I think that kind of goes back to the point that's being. I think you're missing the point really because
Right.
they're using different words, but it's really explaining what is going down on a people aren't understanding.
chemical
Right.
level.
I think
Again,
people are
body
getting
language.
freaked out by these words.
Yeah, the big words are throwing people off.
Yes,
really.
like they're like, I don't think
It's all
it's
Absolutely.
They're like, I don't think it's oxytocin.
Mhm.
I think it's she has swag.
Yeah.
No, it's the same thing. The swag
we
is
just explained what slang was
the
for the
exact
slang.
same
She
thing.
has swag. It's confidence coming from what she's putting out there.
That's
You don't